What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Trap Flute, aka Slaytoven. Today I'm bringing you a tutorial or a guide on how to be more successful and efficient in 1v1s. A lot of people have been asking me to do a video on how to 1v1s. They're asking me what should I be doing, what am I doing wrong, how can I do to improve my chances of winning. I'll be covering all of that shit. I'm gonna be talking about strafing, sidestepping, skills you should be using, tactics, all of that shit, man. So just doing some gameplay in here in the beginning just to show you guys I know what the fuck I'm doing. But if you actually want to watch the actual tutorial itself, go ahead and skip to about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next fucking one. Peace.
Rogue agent.
What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Trap Flute, aka Slaytoven, bringing you another Division video. And this is a video that I've been wanting to upload for a while, and I've been really trying to combine a whole bunch of information to give you guys all the shit that you need to win 1 versus 1s. As you can see where I'm at the famous West 42nd Street, you know, where you catch all your bodies and you slay all the randoms. I'm just fucking with y'all, but let me get right into it anyways. For 1v1s, you need to know how to strafe. So the first thing, in 1.6 they made it so that you can't really strafe side to side, but of course I figured out a way to still glide on these holes in this update. So you can strafe 2 ways. They're both efficient. It just depends on how far you are from your target. So okay, let's say you start your 1v1, right? You're throwing the nades, he's standing over there. Okay, so when the grenade blows up, you're gonna want to strafe like this towards your opponent, just like this. That's because he's far away. And once you get close enough, you start to hip fire. In 1v1s in this update, aiming down sights is almost pointless. I rarely do it unless he's literally like one shot and really far. I'll aim down sights. Hip firing is what you need to do to defeat your opponent. So again, what strafing is pretty much you sprint up, then to the left, sprint up to the right. So sprint up to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. So if I speed that up, it looks like this. And on their screen, you're gliding back and forth kind of like you did in 1.3 because they made the strafing in this update even worse. So let's talk about getting into the nitty gritty of 1v1. And okay, so there's a lot of tactics and techniques that a lot of people flip-flop between. Me, I kind of stick to the same shit for every 1v1. So I switch in between a Tenacious mask and this Refresh mask depending on who I'm 1v1ing. If they have a lot of damage, I'll match it with the Tenacious, but if they're just like a random, I usually use Refreshed. What I do with Refreshed is, as you can see, this is the wrong mask, this is the right one. Right here, all healing is improved by 30% when in the last segment of health. So let me damage myself so I can show you guys what it looks like. So this is with an overdose. I'm in the last segment. When I pop my heal, I'm back at full health. That's with a Refreshed mask. This is really great because in 1 versus 1s, What you're always supposed to do is wait until you're in your last segment to pop heals. So if you're running a refresh mask, you're gonna get more from your med kit, you're gonna get more from your overdose or your booster shot if you wait until the last segment. But aside from that, the reason why I say wait until the last segment is because of Unforgiving. Let's say you're popping your heals when you lose a segment of health or a segment and a half, you're not getting the full boost out of Unforgiving. If you're missing one segment, you get 10%. If you're missing 2 segments, that's 25% more damage you're gaining. So let's say you think you need to pop a med kit when you're in one segment, but you really don't need to right away. Try to extend your life in that last segment as much as possible, just because you know that you're doing 25% more damage. So again, okay, let's say the grenade goes off, right? Boom. You strafe, back and forth. He's coming close to you, then you start shooting him, right? Okay, let's say you go down to the last segment. Which heal do you use? Do you use your med kit or do you use your overdose first? Personally, I would definitely use my overdose first because it heals me so much, and people that don't have a heal that's this good would probably blow a med kit or a booster shot, which is going to give them way less health than what I'm getting. So let's say, okay, I'm strafing, I run up to him, we're both hitting on each other, he has a lot of damage. Okay, I'm about to die, right? My opponent starts to reload. I don't pop my heal yet because if I do, then I lose my Unforgiving. So what I do, I keep blasting at him. Right when he's about to finish reloading, you pop your heal, you start strafing, you reload. Once you finish reloading, you turn back around, you start getting at him again. Always pop your med kit in your last segment because of this talent right here. Critical save. Even though they nerfed it, it's still damage resistance that you're getting. So if you're not popping in your last segment, it's kind of a wasted med kit. I know people panic, they pop med kits early, but just trust me, always pop all of your heals in the last segment except for the ammo cache if you're going to use it. If you're going to use a box, use the ammo cache. It has a skill cooldown on it, so don't use the immunizer, don't use life support, use the ammo cache. But if you're 1v1ing like a good person, you're going to want to run a pulse. Don't run a conceal. Do not run the tactical scanner. Run the recon pulse. Okay, look at this. Most people say, oh yeah, run damage pulse. No, do not run damage pulse because of the fact that, one, it has less crit hit chance. You need more crit hit chance to be doing more hits. Not more hits, more damage. Your crit hit damage is at 15% here. It's at 13% here for crit hit damage. Okay, it's a little bit less. What's 2% going to do for you? Not really much. But then look at the cooldown. 52 seconds, 35 seconds. All right, now we're back again. Now for the players who like to run Savage gloves, Tenacious gloves, Barrett's chest piece, fucking Specialized backpack, you can run whatever combo you want. But in my opinion, this is the best. You don't need Barrett's in this update. It's not that valuable. You don't have that much armor. It's just what it is. You don't need to run Barrett's, especially if it's trash like mine. You need to run Savage gloves. Always have Savage gloves. That 7% crit hit chance is really doing a lot for you. You might not realize it. Specialized is arguable. But for me, I like to run Tenacious and Refresh. Just that extra 30% of that heal in that last segment is critical, especially if you're waiting into your last segment again to pop those heals. So for people that like to use Tenacious, as soon as the fight starts, okay, the grenade goes off, right? As soon as it starts, you can pop medkits at full health now. So pop the medkit, start mowing him down. You're going to be doing 10% more damage to him than he is at the beginning, than he is to you at the beginning because you're running Tenacious. But that's obvious. I'm just reminding people that you can pop medkits at full health now, just an extra 10% damage. Next topic. Okay, so a lot of people are going to bitch and complain about this. I really don't see a problem with it because you're given 2 guns for a reason. It is kind of gay sometimes because you could be about to kill someone, they just switch weapons and kill you with their secondary when you're both reloading. But I mean, it comes in handy. So let's say you and a guy are battling back and forth. You're both in one segment of health, right? You start to reload, he instantly just switches and just drains you with his secondary. That's another tactic that you could use, but it's really not that valuable unless you're both really low health and it's like a really close fight and no one has any heals. But other than that, switching weapons is pretty much useless unless you're running a Hilder and an ear. But yeah, that's just something that you would do in a critical moment. Now, strafe tactics. Okay, so let's say you're coming up against someone who has a lot of damage, right? Let's say that you're not really too fond of face tanking in this update. Like I said, it's trash to aim down sights. Again, you're gonna need to learn how to strafe. So let's say this thing right here on the floor is your opponent, right? So let's say he's shooting at you. You want to get as close to him as possible and strafe back and forth in his face, just like this, as fast as you can, because he's not going to be able to hit you because you're going to be dipping back and forth like this on his screen. I know everyone knows what strafing is. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know how to do it now, but just to clarify, some people still ask me, how do you glide? How do you strafe? How do you move like that? You pretty much always want to be moving in 1v1s. Always. You never just want to stand there like a sitting duck and just face tank like this for so long, because a good player will just run up on you real quick with a quick strafe and just brain you like that. You have to always stay moving. That's one thing about 1v1s. You need to stay moving. So if you're running brutal on any gun, you need to take that shit off, because no one fucking face tanks, and you're rarely going to be hitting headshots with hip fires unless you're like a fucking hip firing god, but I'm pretty sure that's not possible. I'm pretty sure I've covered everything. If you really want to be nerdy about 1v1ing, then you could use this gay strategy that a lot of 1v1ers use. What they do is they'll keep strafing on you until you need to reload, and then as soon as they see you not shooting at them, they'll come out of their strafe and just start blasting at you, and they'll just keep trading off like that. As soon as you start shooting at them, they just strafe until you run out of ammo again. Then they start shooting you again. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. This is actually really important because it throws a lot of people's aim off. The sidestep. A lot of people use this, but I'm pretty sure I'm the first person to upload about this, the sidestep. What it is, in the beginning of a 1v1 or after you guys rebound from a reload, you turn around and you start going back at it. What you can do is sidestep to either side. What that is, it's kind of like you do like that. It would what it does is it makes you keep dipping to one side like that, like gliding to one side, and then what you do, you swerve back over to the other side, and what that causes him to do is have to move his crosshairs all the way from over here back to over here. So say if he was where this thing is and I'm over here, right, doing the sidestep, the 1v1 starts, okay, you sidestep over here like this, then you swoop back like this, and you come right back at him. And you could do it for this side as well. You sidestep over here, then you strafe back this way, and you come back over here. This is just some shit that you need to practice. Man, there's a lot of good players out here, but this is probably the best way to 1v1. They all run a mixture of what I'm talking about. It comes natural after a while. In the beginning of 1v1s, you kind of have to remember to stop popping your heals early. Don't panic when you see a lot of your health going down. You need to remember to pop your heals in the last segment. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you want a more in-depth strafing tutorial, I can upload that. It's really easy in this update now, especially to glide like it was in 1.3, because they just made it that much easier. So yeah, this has been your boy TrapFlu, aka Slaytoven. If you like this video, give it a like and maybe even subscribe. It really helps me out, and I'll see you guys in the next fucking video. Peace.